Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? If you've been with me for the past few weeks, then you know we've been doing some character turnarounds. Once again, a turnaround is a series of drawings of a character from different angles. In a sense, you create a model sheet of that character. Last week we drew classic Mickey Mouse. We started with the front view of Mickey, then we drew him in various other angles after extending some guidelines across the page to help position Mickey's various features. Now, if you drew classic Mickey with me, then you couldn't help but notice there's some characters out there that share some of Mickey's characteristics. One of them is the character we're going to draw today, Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, yes, of course, there are some differences, but I point to some of their facial features, their basic proportions, the overall roundness of their head structure, minus Sonic's head spikes or quills, the size of their feet and hands, and the lack of a neck, just to name a few. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Alright, so let's draw our character turnaround of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're going to draw our Sonic turnaround step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw him again and again. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. Sonic is just under 3 heads tall. In other words, however tall his head is, not counting his ears or the quills on his head, his entire body is just under 3 of those. Okay, so let's start with that roadmap for our turnaround of Sonic the Hedgehog. So there's our roadmap for a Sonic turnaround. Now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the third and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help me to know where to put Sonic's eyes, muzzle, mouth, and some of the other things. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. So let's rough out the features for our Sonic the Hedgehog turnaround. Okay, so there are the roughed out features of our Sonic turnaround. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for that final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw in the final details of our Sonic turnaround. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work to figure that out. In this step, it's okay to draw darker, but don't press too hard or mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn. You want to always draw with an eye on tweaking and improving until the very end. So let's draw in the details for our Sonic the Hedgehog turnaround. And that's how you do it. There it is, our turnaround of one of the most popular, recognizable video game characters of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog. So how do you think you did? Understand, if you've never drawn Sonic before, let alone a turnaround of him, then you can't expect to have drawn him perfectly. Like Mickey Mouse, he's a lot harder than you think. You'll notice I don't spend time coloring Sonic during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing the turnaround of Sonic the Hedgehog. And with that, you can draw him again and again. And by all means, color him when you're done. I promise each time you draw him, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, click on the link below for my free 4-part drawing series, where I spend more time explaining the details and the thinking behind each step in what I call the level up cartooning process. So I'd love to see your turnaround drawing of Sonic. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.